Well, it might not be enough to solve the drought problems here in the Golden State, but it sure is coming down pretty good here in Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Go.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
This is Grant. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They will run with Grant. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You go alert. You got that right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 17, Luck eluding the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does, and in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And a nice pickup there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Block on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the screen.
The run on 1st down gets him a couple up to the 27. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Pilot, 64, weak.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Slam. Who's right feet?
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. Oh, he's got a little daylight. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd and a couple, Luck. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Grant, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the 1st quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Single. Shift. Slide down. Protein spill.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line. Down. 180. Hey, we're good. 180.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
49's the mic. Watch 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Come on, boy. You're mine. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Shotgun now for Carr. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Agnew now to return. A big kick that time, 52. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Winford.
And it's a fumble. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. Carr now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, Jacobs. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football.
That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
We're good.
From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Check 53's mine. Hey, defense, let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Luck forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Luck on first down. Jones has it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense. In this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd and 12, Luck. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On first down, Luck. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Four down.
To throw, it's called. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 43-yard line. Check.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Down. 180. Three bucks.
Low.
Check three.
Go, Chief. 22 jet bomber. What's up?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
Don't get nervous.
29.
From the gun, Carr.
I'm going to come back to you.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed him.
Super toe.
You want this?
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Watch twitch.
Topper. 11.
After the run, Luck going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
Check out. Ready.
Check 53. Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Monday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's a amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, echo. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 49.
Operating from the gun. Carr. He's airing it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So that one will be accepted. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Markel Lee able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays.
It's caught inside the 25. And I think the ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too.
Well, it might not be enough to solve the drought problems here in the Golden State, but it sure is coming down pretty good here in Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch tight, tight is right. Watch tight, tight is right. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Well, it might not be enough to solve the drought problems here in the Golden State, but it sure is coming down pretty good here in Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
Check. Ready. 53 left. Hey, pick your game up. Let's go, Mexico. Check it.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's telling right. He's telling him right. Go down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And now on the heels of the pick six, here's their offense on the field sooner than intended as they'll try to make it 8-0. Throwing now is Carr, and they're going to get two more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly 8-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Grant. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Grant. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. A shotgun snap for Love. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On first down, it's Love. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Ronald Blair in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, here's Love. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26.
Find the sentence. When in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 1st and 10, Love. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. To the air again, Locke. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Luck throwing again. And this one caught by Beasley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Check out. Right, 40. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. So that'll back him up 5. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Locke. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Let's go, D.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Corey Grant, touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And the kick is no good. How about that? He misses on the extra point, and the score holds at 8-6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 8. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
8-6 the score after 1. Second quarter from Oakland. The homestanding Raiders with the football here. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.